If you guys have ever had to run to the hardware store in the middle of a project because you didn't have the right tool or you needed to get some new hardware, and then left the hardware store and subsequently had to go back a half an hour later because you needed more stuff, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. You guys are in a good one. Welcome back to Task Force Off-Road. Short and sweet. We're gonna just tell you guys about some good gifts to give some Jeepers in your life, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back to Task Force Off-Road. It's George, and this one, as I previously stated, is going to be about the best gifts for the Jeeper in your life. And we're going to try and keep this under the $200 range because things get really expensive. The sky's the limit here. So we're going to start at $200 limit. I picked a good number of parts and gifts here that go all over the spectrum, and then I'll probably have some honorable mentions in the back end. But this list is basically going to be a good starting feature for people who haven't necessarily modded their Jeep much. So we're going to start here. All right, so the first one is going to be a Fox steering stabilizer. And a steering stabilizer isn't the biggest deal, but it's something cool, and it's something to spice up the Jeep a little bit looks and performance-wise. It can definitely tighten up your steering a little bit if you get the right steering stabilizer. So the one I put in here was Fox 2.0 monotube steering stabilizer, and that comes in right around $143. And that is on Quadratech. Now this is usually, they make them specific to each vehicle, but they're all going to be roughly around the same price if you get the monotube one and not some of their more advanced models. Okay, the next are going to be some all-weather floor mats. These are huge and they vary in price, which is good and bad. So I just took the JL in consideration, the newest model that more people are going to be buying, and I took the Mopar all-weather mats into consideration as well, and that price came at to $169. Being a Jeeper, even if you're not using your Jeep to off-road all that time, you're going to find yourself in dirt roads, parking lots, even if you live up in the snowy areas, salt on the roads all the time, so your floor mats get beaten up real good. So it's just the rubber WeatherTech ones or the Mopar all-weather floor mats, it's a good example, and it's a good gift to give someone if they don't already have those floor mats. I think it's money well spent. I don't think I ever transfer to my normal floor mats. I just keep the all-weather ones in year-round, and they look great, so all-weather floor mats. Okay, the next one is going to be a throttle controller, and there's plenty of them. I'm specifically going to be talking about Hike-It because I have it, and this isn't just for Jeepers. This is for any vehicle. They have a smorgasbord of vehicles that this works for. The Hike-It, right now I think they're running a holiday deal. That's around $160-ish. It's pretty cheap, guys, and it works phenomenally. It gives you access to your Jeep's power well beforehand by monitoring the amount of air your engine intakes. It's not a substitute for tuning your vehicle. It's not a substitute for changing gears, but it definitely helps in the drivability of your vehicle, and that's why it's on this list. Okay, so the next one specifically is for if you have a JK. Everyone who has a JK drives on the highway and hates the hood flutter, so a good solution to that is the JL hood latch. And you can get them from Mopar, the catch itself and the latch, for about $36. I'm not sure if that comes in a pair, but even if it doesn't, you're then looking at around $72, give or take, for the set. And they do work with each other. You can swap them out. It's a really easy install. Ben from JK Gear and Gadgets did it, so you can check out his channel to see how he installed them. But they work phenomenally, and they're going to stop your hood from fluttering, and that annoys a ton of people. Okay, so the next one is going to be the JT Brooks tire deflator, and that comes in at around $100. These quick tire deflators come in a set of 4, and you preset them into the valves, screw them into the valves, and then it deflates your tires up until that presetted tire pressure. This is great for someone who's getting into off-roading, and you know they are, and it's a good budget item for a good gift to give for Christmas, and they're going to get a lot of use out of it if they wheel their Jeep, because it's sitting there with a knife or a screwdriver on the side of the trail and then checking every 5 minutes is one of the most annoying things, and it takes a long time. So Brooks tire deflator, $100 on Quadratech. Check it out. All right, the next is a high lift jack. Now this is more geared towards somebody that has their Jeep lifted already with some steel bumpers or some rock sliders of some sort, something that they can support the vehicle to jack off of, or even beadlock wheels. I've seen people jack up their vehicle by the wheel itself if they have beadlocks, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest that unless it's a trail fix and you need to. But with that being said, these things range from about 80 bucks to about 120 bucks depending on the size and the quality of which one you get. I strongly suggest going with High Lift brand. They've been doing it for decades, but it's a good recovery piece of gear to have, and it always looks cool in people's Jeeps. Someone's gonna rip me apart in the comment section below, but I mean it's true. Most people think they look cool, so yeah, High Lift Jack. So the next one is gonna be the 67 Designs phone mount. Everyone in this technology age needs a phone mount of some sort. Personally, I don't use one. I stick my phone in the cup holder. That's just me. I know a lot of people love having the phone holder right in their line of sight, in their view, so they can see what's going on. Maybe like changed navigation screen or whatnot. And the 67 Designs one is just a great quality. The arm's made from carbon fiber, and you can either get the universal mount or you can get the magnetic mount that goes with the magnetic piece that goes in the back of your phone there. The magnetic mount is cheaper. It comes in at $79, and the universal mount, the little claw style that comes on normal phone holders, that's about $90. So either way, it's not that crazy expensive, but it's a huge game changer, and not just off-roaders like that. That's an everyone gift right there. So any Jeep owner could appreciate that one. And next, we're gonna have the AJT Designs key fob. So this is just a smaller little key fob. It's kind of a pain in the butt to put together. It's not overly hard. It's a little bit time consuming, but anyone can do it. It's highly possible to do. And it just changes the package that your key fob is in. I personally have it right now. I might go back to the factory one, but that's just a personal opinion there. It's $37, guys. It's a really cheap thing. And if someone wants to try something new, they can try it, or they can go back if they don't like it. It's a really simple thing. So $37.99 AJT Designs key fob. Okay, so the next three are going to be catch cans, and catch cans are huge. I know a lot of people say you don't need them, but personally speaking, if I can keep oil out of places where they're not supposed to be, I want to do that. So that's why I run a catch can in my Jeep. I have run the Mishimoto catch can that comes in $198.99 for the 3.6 liter. And for the 2.0 turbo, it comes in at $219.95. Great product, and it just helps the life of your engine from getting gunked up, guys. I strongly recommend this one. This one is probably geared more towards your DIYer and the guy who changes his own oil, or the woman who changes their own oil. Someone who likes being hands-on with their vehicle, because a lot of people are going to forget to empty the oil out of this catch can. So that's that one. And I also threw in the JK catch can by Mishimoto, that price as well, and that comes in at $199.95. So they're all around the same price, give or take a couple dollars here or there, but I think it's a great product. Okay, so a lot of these came from Instagram. I put a poll up yesterday, and I'll read some of the ones that I didn't include in here just because they were very specific. One is halo lights. I'm not necessarily not a fan of halo lights, but it's just the majority of halo lights aren't in that $200 price range budget, and if they are, they usually fog up and get humidity trapped inside fairly quickly, so you kind of end up paying twice for it. So I'm not a fan of getting cheap headlights. That's a personal opinion. If it's your vehicle, do with which you please. I got grab handles and shackles. A huge amount of people mentioned those on Instagram. So I'm going to touch on the grab handles. The grab handles are a great gift, especially people who don't have JLs and don't have those grab handles that come from the factory. Personally, I hate getting whacked in the head with those things because they just hang down right where you enter the Jeep, and it's just, it bugs the crap out of me every single time I get in someone's Jeep that has a little paracord grab handles there, and it just like taps my head a little bit, and it's really annoying. Personally, I don't like it. The other huge one was shackles. Shackles are one of those things where they're so cheap. And when I say shackles, we're talking about D-rings. You're looking 40 to 50 bucks for a set of shackles, give or take. And then if you want to paint them a separate color, paint it a separate color, blah, blah, blah. But the point being is, out of your factory Jeep, not a lot of people are going to actually get use out of shackles. That's more for people who have aftermarket bumpers, and at that point, when they're getting the bumper, they get the shackles at the same time. So very rarely will you see someone have an aftermarket bumper and not shackles. So I don't know if I want to include that in as a gift idea when usually the person will already have it if they have a need for it. But I will mention in here shackles. because it does go into recovery gear. A lot of people are giving winch accessories for ideas, like toe straps, snatch blocks, tree savers, the Factor 55 Pro Link, the Factor 55 Haas Fairlead, the 1-inch one, and all of those are really great gift ideas, and they're really budget under $150. I think is the most expensive part there. But the thing is they're very winch centric. No one can use those things without a winch. I mean, the toe straps, yes, they can get used for, and the toe strap is definitely a good gift idea. But you're also talking about the $20 to $30 range when most people want to spend a little bit more on somebody. So that could be like a part of the gift, which is another reason why I put it in here as an honorable mention. All right, so the last honorable mention is going to be a CB radio or any radio in general. You can also do speakers within this, like if they want to upgrade their audio system in their Jeep, that's a great thing to do because you can get some speakers fairly cheap and it's a good gift. But what I'm going to say, the CB radio, you can get a whole kit for about $150 to $200, and it'll change the look of the Jeep, and some people really enjoy that, as well as the two-way radios. If they're getting into off-roading, having a set of two-way radios is a great asset while you're on the trail, especially the rugged radio that I know Ben from JK Gear and Gadgets has been using. I believe that's also on the CB frequency, so you can talk to someone with a CB, and it's just a little handheld VHF unit. But these things are great for when you have a spotter and an operator in the vehicle. The operator can have the radio mounted somewhere so he's listening, and the spotter can be speaking into the radio and not screaming. That way you can get accurate instructions so the driver knows what he's doing and doesn't end up crashing his Jeep. But alright guys, that's it for today's video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a little simple. Christmas is coming up and I wanted to throw this to you guys. The rebuild process is happening still. I have a lot of parts that came in. I just bought a paint gun yesterday. I just found out where I'm getting my paint mixed yesterday. And I got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to learn, and you're going to learn it with me. So subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to paint a vehicle, because this is going to be the first time I've done it. It's going to be interesting. We also have some Subi projects coming on T-Rex, Ryan's car. If you guys remember, if you're OGs to the channel, you'll remember his car, and that's going to be come back to the channel a little bit too. But I have a lot of parts I'm sitting on right now, and I haven't decided if I want to show you. So if this video goes a little longer than it already is, that is going to be just because I'm showing you the things I bought to fix the Jeep. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
But it's too late now. I remember you and me, and how careless we could be.
All day and all night, we'd stay up, it felt so right.